If you've been trying to get that first job in cybersecurity, but you haven't had any luck yet, you might be making one of these 5 mistakes. Hi, I'm Wade, a cyber incident responder, and in today's video, I'm going to show you 5 mistakes that almost all new cybersecurity entrants make that are holding them back from getting the career of their dreams. Mistake number 1 is not taking action. So if you want to get a cybersecurity job and you have been on Reddit, maybe you've been on different forums or just talking to people and you feel like it's just too difficult, nobody ever gets jobs, and it's not going to work for you, then you probably have a limiting mindset. And that limiting mindset is probably holding you back from actually taking action. And action is what's going to get you results. So it's really important that you are actually applying for jobs right now. Even though maybe you don't feel like you have enough experience yet, that's okay. At least go through the effort and take the steps necessary to apply for the roles, even if you get rejected. The one thing to remember about rejection is every rejection will get you one step closer to landing that job. Through the application process, you'll have an opportunity to ask for feedback if you get that far in the process. And that's an opportunity for you to grow and learn. So the people who are hiring you might be able to help you identify some weak spots or some areas that you need improving. So that will help you grow and know what to focus on. By not taking action, you're really limiting yourself and you're kind of stuck in this mindset of how things aren't going to work out for you, yet you haven't even tested the waters. I encourage you right now, take your resume, make it cyber specific, and start applying to jobs that you want now. And it's going to help immensely, because without that, you're never going to get a job. One thing to remember too about entry-level jobs is that they're not hiring you to be an expert in anything. What they're really looking for is a base level knowledge along with somebody who has good communication skills and who they can teach and is teachable and coachable. So if you can show that to people, whether it's through the interview process or even beforehand through maybe like some social media content or speaking engagements or just networking, then that will be so helpful for them to want to hire you, because they know that they can teach you the technical parts. What they can't teach you is how to be a good human being and how to treat people with respect and how to be a good communicator and how to listen when you're told something. If you can show them that, that's huge. That'll help you get that first job. Mistake number 2 is obsessing over degrees. There are many gurus online who love to talk about how they're a doctor of cybersecurity or they got a master's in this and a degree in that, and they use it as social proof that that's the reason why they got their job. Truth be told, there's many people in cybersecurity who don't even have college degrees. I myself am one of them. I've gone through many vocational schools. They're not degrees, they're a certificate program. But at the end of the day, people want to hire people who can do the work and who are coachable and learnable and fit into their culture. So having a degree really only shows you one thing, and that's that you're good at university. You're good at reading material and you're good at taking exams. It really does nothing to show how good or effective you'll be in an actual career. And there may be some jobs that really want to see that level of education before they'll hire you. Many jobs don't require anything even close to that. So don't get bogged down thinking you have to spend years in university and become a doctor of cybersecurity to have any sort of chance of being successful in cybersecurity. It's a complete myth. I'm here to tell you, I've built my career without a degree. There's hundreds, thousands of other cyber professionals who've done the exact same thing. So don't get caught in that trap. What you need is a good plan and a good way to spend your time that's going to benefit your career over the long haul and even over the short term as well. So if you're struggling to come up with a plan of how to best spend your time and your energy with regards to training and career development, I've actually created a school community that is focused on people who want to start a career in cybersecurity and those who are already in cybersecurity and want to grow their career like I do. And in that community, you'll find like-minded people who are all working towards a goal of getting their first job in cyber or growing their career in cyber. And right now, the school community is free. The link is in the description. So I encourage you to go ahead and sign up now. If you sign up now while it's free, you'll stay free for life, which is an amazing deal. It's going to be paid soon. And in that group, I'm actually offering free 30-minute career mentoring calls. Well, I'll work with you one-on-one to help you come up with a plan for your career and some steps that you should take to further or start your career. And it'll give you some concrete things that you can start now and have a plan that you can execute. So go ahead, click the link in the description, sign up to my community. It's going to be the best choice you make for your cyber career. Now, the third mistake that people make is they feel that they're lacking the experience that is necessary to get that first entry-level job in cybersecurity. And there's a number of ways you can overcome this particular issue. One of them being is really looking at your current experience and pulling out the pieces that are cyber related and focusing on those in your resume. Some areas that you could highlight on your resume for experience, for example, if you were maybe on a help desk or in a different IT role, you could talk about some times where you might have helped with a malware infection, or you've coached users through identifying phishing emails. Or if you're in finance, maybe you've helped identify fraud and you've worked with auditors and those type of things. Just really think about your experience and how you can apply it to cybersecurity. Now, if you're completely in an unrelated field, there's nothing cyber related, you're totally stumped, what I'd recommend is doing an internship with an organization. And in my school community, I do offer opportunities for internships as well, which will give you some verifiable experience for your resume. But you can also do something similar on your own by getting some base level certifications, then just contacting local businesses, going on LinkedIn, identifying people who have jobs that you might be interested in and contacting them and just saying, hey, I want to get involved. I want to get some experience. I don't have any. I want to do it for free even. There's a number of ways that you can get that experience through internships. So I encourage you to explore all your opportunities. And if you got any questions, drop them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer every single one. And also just join that school community and ask them there, because the people in there are in the same position as you, and they're also looking to do the same things as you. So it's the best place to be when it comes to growing or starting your cyber career. Mistake number 4 is what I like to call staying in your bedroom. And that is essentially, you might be working on some skills or taking some labs or doing like hacking events like Try Hack Me, but you're not telling anybody about it, right? You might tell your close friends, but they're not going to be the people who are going to hire you. So what you need to do is network with people and create some content on LinkedIn or other social media platforms. It doesn't have to be groundbreaking content, but just focus on what are you learning? What skills have you acquired? What's a new thing that you learned through the experience that you just went through? And what that does is it just shows people that you're interested in cybersecurity, you're spending your time, this is a goal, this is the direction you're pointed in, and it just allows people to learn a little bit about you and what you're up to. Because when you just come out of the blue and ask for a cybersecurity job, if there's nothing to show them about you and about your interests, then they're left wondering, is this guy just want a cybersecurity job because he thinks it's cool and it has a good paycheck? They don't know, right? And so that's up to you to get yourself out there. So content's probably, I would say, the number 1, because there's really no barriers. Everybody's on a level playing field when it comes to content. The other way to make connections is through networking. What you can do is reach out to people on LinkedIn and just open up a genuine conversation with them and say, I want to get into cybersecurity. I noticed you worked at this role in this job. Do you have any advice for me? What's it like working there? Just really open a genuine conversation. Don't approach it with, how can you help me? But approach it as, how can you teach me? And if you have something to offer in return, do that as well. Like, if you have any kind of skills that you're willing to share or knowledge that you're willing to share, offer that up. Like, have a real relationship with people. If you can build a few of those relationships locally, those people will probably become your allies, and they will probably let you know when a job is opening at their current employer that would be a good fit for you. They might even refer you internally, right? And so that's going to even help your chances of getting that job tenfold. All these things through networking will really benefit your career. So don't overlook networking. Get involved. Check out local conferences like B-Sides. They're a great opportunity for networking. If you're a student or not in the field yet, you can generally get into those conferences for little money or no money. So it's a no-brainer. Check out B-Sides. And the fifth mistake that I see people making when they're trying to get their first job in cybersecurity is trying to plan out their entire cybersecurity career before they've even started. So this will be things like, oh, I want to be a pen tester. Oh, I want to be a blue team member, or whatever it is. The tendency for most people when they're entering cybersecurity is to want to go for, I'll say, glitzy, like popular type looking jobs like penetration tester, right? And a penetration tester is a really cool job, don't get me wrong, and it's in fact where I thought I would end up when I joined cybersecurity as well. But after being in the industry for a while, I really found my niche, and it's in incident response. So incident response is a blue team activity. It's the people that come when there's an incident. They help clean up the incident. They help the businesses recover, get back on their feet. They also get to, essentially chase the bad guys through the network, find out what happened, who did it, coordinate. It's extremely exciting, and it's just as exciting as penetration testing, and maybe more because you're literally in the heat of the moment. So if that's something that you enjoy, head over to the school community. That's what we focus on there. Just remember that when you join cybersecurity, you're probably going to enter at a position that isn't what you're going to end up doing long term. Once you get a little bit of experience, you can move around, you can use that experience to go different places. By spending too much time planning ahead of time, you kind of get caught in this trap of over analyzing, trying to predict what the future is going to hold. So instead of doing that, just focus on how can I get my foot in the door somewhere and use that as a pivot to get to where you really want to be. So those are the 5 biggest mistakes I see new people trying to enter the cybersecurity field are making. And I want to reinforce a couple of things here. And one of them is that the industry is shifting a little bit with AI. But from my experience, AI hasn't been taking jobs yet. There's a few things that AI does or issues that it has that are preventing AI from taking like junior level position jobs. But knowing AI and being able to use AI as a junior person will definitely set you ahead of the group. So I do encourage you to have some solid AI skills, maybe even investigate a AI certification. And if that's something you're interested in, I made a whole video on certifications and which ones fit best given your current career. So if you're interested in that, links in the description below. It's also up on the screen right now. And really think about, getting AI as part of your tool belt. The other thing I wanted to talk about is the gap that exists in cybersecurity. So there's always more open positions than they have people to fill in cybersecurity. And that has been like that for years. I anticipate this will keep happening for many years to come. So there is a need for people. Where the challenge lies is that they're generally intermediate to senior level positions where the biggest gap is, not at the junior level. But that doesn't mean that they don't need junior people. In fact, the company that I work for, a number of the people we hired over the last year are all junior people because we actually had a good bunch of senior and higher people. So we had to hire some juniors, and I'm taking those people along with me as I do certain things. I'm helping grow them and bringing them up to that senior level as well. So to overcome this challenge, what you just need to do is really have the mindset that you are going to make cyber your career long term. It's just inevitable. It's just a matter of when, not if. As long as you believe that, truly believe that, it will happen for you. Encourage you to keep going, ask questions, meet people, take some training, do all the things that you need to do. If you got any questions about what we've talked about today, or you want to get a little bit more information, put it in the comments below. I'll answer everybody's questions, and I'm not trying to hold anything back. My goal here is to just help people get their first job in cyber or grow their career in cyber like I'm doing. And don't be afraid to ask. And if you've gotten value out of this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. By subscribing, it really helps my channel and it helps me immensely get more people into cybersecurity, because if you're interested in cybersecurity, you should want to grow the industry because it's super important. The work we do is super important and we need more good people doing it. So if you're one of those good people, keep trucking, keep doing it. I really encourage you to keep going. And if you want to learn a little bit more about getting into cyber in 2026 and how I would do it, click on the link in the end of this video and it'll take you to that video where I go over that entire topic.